Welcome to this week's edition of the Dakota Angler 2-Minute Fishing Report. Well, we finally got what the doctor ordered, and that was some more stable weather, more seasonal type of weather. Temperatures back in the 70s and 80s, and not as much wind, and a lot of people were able to get out this past Mother's Day weekend, and hopefully all of you mothers had a great weekend. It was a nice weekend of weather to celebrate such a great day, to say the least. But maybe some of you got on the water this past weekend and had some success. But we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But before I mention that, I would have also mentioned the fact that we have a great sale on remaining trolling motors. If you're looking for a Minn Kota trolling motor, we have it for you. Especially if you're looking for a 36-volt system. We have a 36-volt system with Tarova as well as the Ultrex. The Tarova is on sale for $2,000 and the Ultrex is $2,400, both of which are being sold below dealer cost. So you're not going to find these deals anyplace else. So if you're interested in any one of these trolling motors, all you have to do is stop by here at the store or go to our website at dakotaangler.com and place the order, and we'll deliver it to you or ship it out to you the next day. As far as the bite is concerned around the area, as I said, a lot of mixed results. The northeastern part of the state had a little bit better fishing than the southeastern part of the state saw. But a lot of people are talking about the slime in area lakes. And folks, that's what you would expect after a winter like we had. We had very little snow on the ice that allowed the sunlight to penetrate the ice and produce oxygen all winter long. And that allowed the weed growth to grow as well as the slime to form. So again, I think this is a problem that we're going to have to deal with throughout the entire summer. Not the best news, but again, just have to change out the way that we fish. Maybe a lot of slip bobber fishing this summer. We'll have to wait and see. But the lakes up in the northeastern part of the state that produce walleyes included Bitter. That would probably be the main lake where that bite's really turned on. Some smaller fish being caught now, as you would expect this time of year. Other lakes included Wabae, Big Stone, Bullhead, Clear, Goose, Opitz, Pickerel, Roy, as well as Swan. Down the southeastern part of the state, like I said, the bite was really tough down here in this area, especially our three main lakes such as Poncet, Thompson, and Dry Lake by Willow Lake. That bite's been pretty tough, to say the least. But other lakes produced some walleyes, including Brant and Madison, which we haven't talked about in a few weeks. And then also Sinai, Diamond, Vermilion, Wall, and then also Twin. And remember, Twin is the trophy lake. Then the Missouri River. Again, depending on the day and depending on your location, you came away with some really nice fish or you struggled throughout the entire day. It just depended on that day. As far as the crappie bite is concerned around the area, it's starting to pick up a little bit as the water temperature is warm. Dry Lake by Willow Lake produced a few crappies, as well as Poncet, Thompson, Madison, Vermilion, and then also Beaver and Wall. And those two lakes, the reason why there's a crappie bite there, recently stocked about 2-3 weeks ago. Now, what are guys doing to catch the crappie? Well, I hate to say it, but we haven't talked about it in a few years. It's the shiny hiney. It's been a jig that's been producing crappies the past couple of weeks. You can fish it with a minnow or without. Other jigs that people are using, also the Northland Thumper Crappie King has been working really well. That blade seems to be doing something to trigger that bite. Now, what have people been doing to catch the walleyes? On the river, a lot of people are pulling plugs to stay out of that slime in some of those areas, like the hornets or the flicker shads have been working quite well. Other people are using jigs and minnows, jigs and swim baits, such as the Walleye Assassin. The Walleye Assassin is one of my favorite plastics to use, and a lot of people are doing the same thing, throwing that in the shallows, in the area lakes at the same time. Other people are using something that we've been selling for the past 2 years, but it just hasn't been that popular. But more and more people are using it and coming away with quite a few walleyes, and that's the Power Bait Max Scent flatworms. All you have to do is put that on a jig and throw that into shallows and just give it a little bit of action, and it's triggering a strike. So if you haven't fished with a flatworm, by all means, stop on by and take a look, because it, again, has been working this past week. In this week's edition of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about something that we really haven't had to talk about all season long, mainly due to the fact that the weather's been so poor and we've had so much cloud cover that we haven't really had to worry about protecting ourselves from the sun. And that's what we're going to talk about this week, is taking measures that will protect you from the harmful rays of the sun when you're out there fishing from shore or from the boat. And some of the things that a lot of times people don't realize, like when you're out in the boat and you don't realize how much glare is coming off that body of water. You can easily sunburn your eyes if they're not properly protected. And then a good pair of polarized sunglasses will definitely do the trick. And we offer 2 different brands here at the store, Costa as well as Relevant. Both are great pairs of sunglasses that you can use not only for fishing, but your everyday life. Driving out and doing whatever you do, those sunglasses will work. The other thing is also making sure you have some head protection, especially for those of us that are follically challenged in our stages of life, such as myself in our late teens, wink, wink. But wearing a hat is critical to keep yourself protected from the sun. The other thing is your upper torso, your upper chest. Having a UPF sun protected shirt are great. Whether or not they come with a co-brand like this one here for Blackfish, or whether or not it's Striker, these shirts are designed to keep you protected from the harmful rays from the sun. And the other nice thing about these UPF shirts is that they will also keep you comfortable. In other words, on those days when it's 85, 90 degrees and there's not a speck of wind out there, these shirts are designed to keep you comfortable and cool when you're out there in that body of water. They come in a number of different colors, as well as a number of different companies. Like I said, this one's from Blackfish. We have different colors of this, as well as different styles. Also from Striker, they come also with a hood and a gaiter, and also without that. So again, we have different options available to you. And then we also have shirts from G. Loomis, as well as Shimano. Now, something else that's not relatively new, it's been on the market for a while, is these sun gloves. Again, your hands are exposed to the sun when you're out there all day in the boat or on shore. These gloves, whether or not it's from Striker or Blackfish, are designed to protect your hands from the harmful rays of the sun. So make sure you stop on by and take a look at all these different types of clothing options to keep you protected from the sun. But you can also never go wrong. Always highly recommend you wearing the proper sunblock, and make sure you put it on at regular time intervals. If you have any questions about any of these products, feel free to give us a call at 605-336-9132. And now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And as always, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, all you have to do is send it to me. Send it to Todd at DakotaAngler.com. And folks, before we end this week's report, I want to just hopefully ask a question that you can answer with a yes. And I'm just wondering, do you like this report? Do you like this video segment each and every week? If you do, make sure you like this video. Make sure you like our page. Make sure you give us a great review because we're doing this for you. And hopefully you find some enjoyment, and hopefully maybe we teach you a thing or two. But the main thing is to let you know the latest happenings here at the store, as well as on area lakes here in South Dakota. But if you have any other questions whatsoever, such as the fishing report throughout the week, you can give us a call. It's on our recording, as well as if you hear something on the report here on the video that you have questions on, feel free to give us a call at 605-336-9132. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next week. And again, folks, thanks for watching. Stay healthy and always stay safe.